Hi guys, it's Krista from Playing with a Purpose. Today I'm going to share with you our classroom tour for the month of March. We're going to be focusing on colors and shapes, and our dramatic play area has been transformed into a Sugarbush and Pancake house. And without further ado, let's get started. Our sensory filler this month is alphabet pasta. I just colored this myself, and I think that this is going to be a fun one. I also saved all these old Play-Doh containers. I thought they would be perfect for some containers in our sensory table. So these containers are perfect for this month's theme. The containers look like little crayons, and there's environmental print on there, which is great. We also have some little wooden measuring spoons and some little wooden scoops. For some gross motor, I have the Pickler rocker out. And at our writing center, I have these great dry erase letters and different words if they wanted to copy them. So we've got like pancake, taffy, tree, syrup, as well as some dry erase markers and some little erasers. If you're interested in any of these printables, you can find them on TPT under Playing with a Purpose. On these little tables, they're nice wooden shapes in all the different colors. So I have some lacing right here. And then we have some shape Play-Doh. Over at our science table, I set up a little pouring station that is maple syrup themed. So we have a little tractor that can go around and pick up some sap from the trees. And then over here, I made a makeshift boiling pan. I just put some fall leaves under here to make it look like a fire. And then I wrapped an acrylic container with some tin foil to make it look like the pan. So I'll add some water to this container on Monday and then put some sap in the buckets for the children to collect. We changed things up a bit this month because I wanted to kind of go with a bit of a color theme here. On the first shelf, we have a little Green Toys firehouse, and then we have a dump truck here, and a garbage truck, and an orange tractor. And then we have some tools here. And then over on our second toy shelf, I've added the Calico tree house with a couple of different families. So I have the hedgehog family out, as well as the little fox family. And then here I have a Melissa and Doug shape sorter. It's also color sorting. And then here we have various sized circle puzzle. And then we have a magnetic color sorting activity. And then down here, I have this really neat plan toy where the children can find the right shape and put it in the right container. And then I took out my color cubes. So each one of these cubes have various items in it, and so the little ones can sort by color. I have a very young group this year, so I think this is going to be a perfect activity for them. Over in our circle time area, I set up a brown bear felt activity here. We have an overflow of books here because we have colors, shapes, and stories about the Sugarbush. So I just put all the extras in here. I also added a few activities that we'll be doing for circle time up here. And then of course, some new books. Our block area, we kept super simple. I haven't taken these blocks out in a long time, but these are the Melissa and Doug cardboard boxes. If you're not familiar with these, they're super sturdy, like you can stand on these. They're only made out of cardboard, so they're lightweight. And so my youngest children are going to love these. I kept out our me blocks. And then this is such a fun activity. I got this at a garage sale one time, but it's basically a nesting activity. So each box has another box inside. I also added some beautiful stories here about the Sugarbush. And then up on our magnet board, we have a color sorting activity. There's a basket here with a bunch of items, and the children can take the item and find which paint can it belongs in. I set up a little pancake house. Again, all of these printables are in my TPT store, Playing with a Purpose. I thought I'd just show you some of the other activities that are in the Maple pack. So this one is a size sorting activity, so the children can practice identifying different sizes. This is a great early math skill. So they can sort by small, medium, and large, and they can put them in the right sequence. Then we also have a memory activity. So there's different maple syrup related items, and you can play memory. And then we also have this measurement activity. So these are little rulers, and the children can measure different items, and then they can put the correct number in the box. And each of these pictures have dotted lines on the side. So the children are going to measure how tall each item is. So for example, this leaf is 1 bucket tall. So then they're going to look for the corresponding number, and they're going to put it in the little box. The leaf is 1 bucket tall. The sugar house is 3 buckets tall. The maple syrup is 2 buckets tall. There's activities in the set along with the writing activities and the printables for the dramatic play area. And then over here we have some taffy on snow. So these are part of the printables, and I just grabbed a little tin from the dollar store and some fake snow. These are real maple syrup containers that I've saved. And then these are all Melissa and Doug sets. So here's some pancakes, waffles, butter. These are chocolate chip, fruit, and syrup, and all these little printables are in the set. And then I got these plates at the dollar store. I have some waffle irons. I have 3 sets of the waffles, so that's why I have so many waffle irons. But sometimes when you have multiple children, it's good to have several sets. There's less arguing over the toys that way. And then I also have 2 sets of the pancakes, and so I have some pancake griddles here. I also added some farm fresh butter inside the fridge. And then down here, we have some donuts because these are on the menu. These are learning resource donuts, and so there's different colored donuts along with different icing choices. And then over here, we set up our own maple syrup bush. So we have a little tractor to ride around for some gross motor, a wagon ride. I also have a little campfire here set up with some s'mores on the side there. And then over here, the children can tap the trees. So we have a little makeshift bush here. The children can take these on and off and tap them. And then I put up a little sequencing visual here for them to see. This is especially fun for us because we actually tap here on my property. So we always have what we call our maple syrup party, and all the daycare families come on a Saturday morning while we're boiling, and we have hot chocolate and cookies, and the kids help collect sap, and it's so fun. And then leading up to the maple syrup party, the children actually get to see in action the trees dripping sap, and so it's really a fun activity over here. But if you don't have that, you can still watch videos about how it works, or maybe you can plan a field trip with your daycare families to go to a Sugarbush. It's such a fun spring activity. I also put up some lumberjack shirts along with some hats, and then we also put out some rubber boots. And then, of course, we always have our babies. So I hope you enjoyed this month's tour. I'm Krista with Playing with a Purpose. I'll see you next time.